everybody. Hello, hello. Sorry, we are a bit later than initially intended. Um, yeah, guess who completely forgot that the game they were going to play today had a huge patch recently and forgot to patch the game before we really started. Did you guess me? Because it's me. We are just. Things are happening. And apparently
2 years of subscribing. Time has flown. So much love to you.
Okay, I hear the alert, but I'm not seeing it actually load. What the heck was that? Pix! Thank you for the resub, much appreciated. Oh no. Apparently Streamlabs is just not going to try with kanji or hiragana, and yeah, so I don't actually know what that says. Hold on. Where you Google Translate? I need you to translate a thing because gods only know I cannot speak. What is English? We just don't know. That's not English though. That is Japanese. According to Google Translate, what Auntie was trying to say is, hello, the fateful news to you and everyone you love. I don't think that's quite what you were going for, but yeah, Streamlabs is apparently just not even going to bother with that. Apparently, Streamlabs only sees fit to bother if the characters are, like the Roman alphabet. Apparently, it just will not even bother with characters like hiragana and katakana and kanji. The Fateful News is an interesting transliteration of Tidings of Doom. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know that it definitely did not grasp the doom. It absolutely did not grasp the doom. Also, I can't believe it's 2 years, Pix. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the resub, though. It's much appreciated. But yeah, I completely blanked on the fact that this game had a patch. And yeah, it's currently trying to verify my installation right now. So we might be sitting here on the chat screen for a bit while we wait for that to get going. How's everybody doing, though? I hope you're all doing well. Aw, thank you, Pix. Much appreciated. Also, I still absolutely love the fact that Streamlabs has finally given me the capability to have an emote wall on my stream, because this means we can do things like this. Hold on, let me coerce it into working. So it means we can do things like this and just have a rain of emotes on my screen. I don't know, they make me happy. Wow, okay, my Streamlabs can just freeze for a second. I apologize, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be like this for a bit as installation continues to verify. I should have just pushed the stream back, honestly, but, I don't have the time to do that today. I absolutely do not. I have a very full Sunday today. Whew. Much to do. But how are you? I hope you're all doing well. And your Sundays are slightly less, hectic? Yeah, that's the word I want. Hectic than mine. I honestly do not know why verification is taking as long as it is. It's only at, like... Hopefully it'll be done in a few minutes, but I do not know. we're gonna sadly have to put up with random freezing and my internet connection being terrible for a few minutes. So I apologize for things like hanged frames or whatever else winds up happening. It's just, yeah, it's terrible. I might need to restart the stream at some point, but don't apologize. Lots of streamers do just chatting for quite a while before the game. It's true. It's true. But I also feel like those streamers are the kinds of people who have a ridiculously large... Oh my goodness, so many emotes. Thank you for the wall of hearts, Pix. Much appreciated. I do feel like the streamers who hang out in just chatting a lot before they wind up getting to the game are people who have communities that are much larger than mine. They can sort of justify that. What will Thanksgiving look like for you this year? Very, very quiet. Usually... That is a good question, though. Folks, feel free to continue to share that. For me, in particular, it's going to be a lot quieter than it usually is. You guys, if you've been here long enough, you will know that usually we host like a family Thanksgiving at my house. And relatives come in from out of town and everything, and we'll just have a meal together and all of that, and yeah, it's not feasible this year with everything, so it's going to be a very much smaller Thanksgiving than usual. It's also going to be kind of weird because my birthday tends to fall around Thanksgiving in the US. I feel the need to clarify because I know we do occasionally have some Canadian friends who come and join us. But my birthday is usually very close to that, and usually my relatives are here and, celebrating that with me. And they're not going to be here this year for that. So it's a little weird. I'm still kind of, processing that. But yeah, that's going to be my situation. Hi, Yumi. Welcome, welcome. We have not actively gotten started yet because I'm still waiting for Genshin to verify my installation. Yay. But we are discussing what Thanksgiving is going to look like for all of us this year. So feel free to share if you're comfortable with doing so. Because I know the world is going to make everything look a bit different than it usually does this time of year. Smaller and quieter would be my ideal since I haven't been able to spend it with my family in 12 years. Oh dear. Can you, are you going to be doing something smaller, Antu? Do you know? Have you, your family thought about that yet? Because we absolutely have, my family. But this is also because one of our relatives does have, some health issues, and the world being the way it is right now, them making their way down here would not be the best plan. So it is absolutely going to be a smaller and quieter Thanksgiving here. Which I'm kind of looking forward to in a way, but it's also going to be really weird. Because, again, that's not the way this usually goes. Looks like I'm going to Kentucky despite my hopes to stay home. I don't mind being with family, but with that... Yeah, exactly. With everything going on, it just does not seem like the responsible decision. I feel kind of bad saying that, but you guys know me. I try to be very nice and avoid things like that, and I don't know, that to me does not I don't know. I'd personally be more concerned about my immediate family that I live with, as opposed to the entire family. But you know, that's just me. That's just me. No real choice. The Doom Mother's already there. Oh, yeah. Okay, that would do it. Also, I didn't know Chava was out there. Huh. Well, I hope Chava is keeping safe. I feel like in some instances that's easier to do than others. I don't know. That might just be me. Might just be me. Keeping safe is absolutely a priority of mine, personally. But, sometimes I worry that I take it to, like, more of an extreme than I probably should be. I don't know. Might just be me. I don't know. Took the Doomling with her before Halloween to visit her sister, who just had a baby. Ah. So the Doomling gets to meet a cousin? One can but hope that meeting is going well. Oh, we're at 75% verified now. Yay. Stay behind because I'm teaching in person as well as online. Now, I gotta ask Ante, because I've been seeing that as, like, a trend for different school systems. Now, like, is that as chaotic as I feel like it is? Like, in-person classes and, online classes? I feel like, for me personally, I feel like if I were in that situation, it would be extremely chaotic. But I don't know. I have heard things, but hearing them is not the same as, like, experiencing it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I feel like it should. Tell us how you really feel, my friend. Also, did you bleep that out, or did Twitch do that? Because, like, I am curious here. If you did that, you don't have to. I have said worse on this stream. As wholesome as I try to be, 9 times out of 10, language, it gets, like, thrown out the window. So, took 2 weeks to feel like we'd been teaching for months. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That, my brain is not functioning the way it should. Understandable, really, given everything. I feel like even after this, it's going to take the world a while to... I don't want to say get back to the way it used to be, because I don't think we're going to get to that point for a while. And even then, I don't know if the way it used to be is something we'd want to even do. But it's definitely going to take a bit for us to function properly as human beings. Twice in the past month, I've run a red light from stop by accident. Oh no! Oh no! Are you okay? Like, you didn't get into an accident or anything, did you? Yeah, I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Taking care of one's mental health is incredibly important. So I will always advocate for that no matter what. Have you... I'm assuming you've talked about that with her, right? Because that is a valid concern. I am probably intruding where I should not be, and if I am, please tell me. But I don't know. I feel like that is a valid concern that should be discussed if it has not been already. Where are we? Oh, you guys, we're at 96% verification. Genshin, why are you like this? I don't know why it's taking, like, forever and a day to verify the installation, but it is, and it's weird. Fortunately, no accidents. First time I went because my side of the road got a green arrow, but I was in the left lane going straight. Oh, jeez. Second time I was waiting for the left green arrow and started to go when it was safe instead of when the arrow turned. Oh my goodness. I can honestly say I've done that first one, with the turn arrows before. I'm not proud of it, but it is absolutely a thing I have started to do and then caught myself doing. So at least there's that. It's gonna get to 99% and then recount, then it will declare you the imposter. Wrong game, Onto. That is absolutely the wrong game. That said, though, I have considered trying to organize a, just like a Among Us night at some point. I don't know if that's something anybody would willingly want to participate in, but I've considered it several times. Yeah, but usually I catch myself before most of the way through the intersection. Oof. Yeah, I've always caught myself before I've gotten too far, so... Oof. That's rough, Onto. That is rough. I am so sorry. Sending hearts. Touchdown. Indeed. But yeah, I have honestly been considering attempting a Mass Effect... Not Mass Effect. Wow, I'm getting my space games completely mixed up. Also, I think I sort of have Mass Effect on the brain because of the announcement from last week. I think it was last week. At this point, was it last week? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Well, almost 2 weeks now. Like a special edition version of the game. So, that might be somewhat exciting anyway. It's knowing that I've never done this in 23 years of driving, but I did it twice in a month that worries me. Yeah, understandable. That is completely understandable. That just made last Saturday more bonkers. Oh boy. It was last week. Yeah, okay. Yeah, last week. The Mass Effect thing. For anybody who hasn't seen the announcement, they're giving us a new version, like a special edition version of the game. Which, I don't know. Okay, to be fair, I have not played a whole lot of Mass Effect. I have not. I tried a couple of times and it never really worked in my favor. But I know I have some friends who are very much into the series. So I'm kind of excited for them, if that makes sense. The day on which liquor stores in DC sold more champagne than on the prior 2 New Year's Eves for no apparent reason. Yes. Yes. We tried to avoid talking about real world events on this stream just because I want this channel to be a place where people can come and just sort of relax for a bit and detach from all that. But I'm not gonna lie, the 7th was a wild weekend. I said this on Twitter, but it kind of, the whole thing kind of reminded me of like the ends of Return of the Jedi, and yeah, like it just reminded me of that end sequence where everybody's celebrating the destruction of the Empire and all of that. And yeah, it was a wild time that weekend. I've never played the Mass Effect games, but they strike me as Dragon Age in space. You're technically not wrong about that. That said, I feel like the Mass Effect games in particular, from the little I played of them, are a bit more strategy heavy than the Dragon Age series is. That might just be me, just because I feel like when I played the first Mass Effect game, it was very much I had to figure out cover situations. I remember going through one cutscene in particular so many times because it was the lead-in to a fight, and I kept dying on this fight every single time. So I had to see the same cutscene multiple times to get past it. And it wasn't even like a major boss fight or anything. It was just a very, very tricky combat sequence that I had to work through and I kept failing at. Whereas I feel like the Dragon Age games are more specifically, okay, you can just run up to something and hack and slash at it, or whatever. Mass Effect, you need to rely on cover. You need to rely on cover. You absolutely need to rely on cover. And, where you position your teammates are important. It's a whole thing. Does this mean I'll finally be able to play all 3 games on Steam? I don't know, Yumi. They might try to keep it with the Origin launcher as opposed to Steam, but I think we need to wait until it's closer to the release date to actually ponder that, because right now I do not know. I meant more from an RP side, all the stuff with your companions. That's straight. That's the Old Republic DA style stuff, which I believe all of them are BioWare, and that still meant something. You're not wrong. Okay, in that regard, you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct in that regard. What does it say about me that my first thought was the combat as opposed to the RP? When the roleplay is absolutely what I'm more about. What does that say about me? I don't know. I still sort of lament that in the first Dragon Age game, your warden doesn't get a voice. And it makes me sad. As long as I can play all of them without swapping platforms. That's fair. That's fair. 1 and 2 are on Steam, not 3. I'm somehow not surprised by that. I feel like Steam should have them, but it does not seem to. Okay, oh my goodness, the verification actually finished, you guys. The verification actually completed. I am in shock right now. I did not expect that to actually happen. I expected we'd be sitting here for a bit. But it does seem to be functional. They'll launch the remaster with all of the companions being available as loot boxes. Oh my god, could you imagine? Could you imagine? I could not. I absolutely could not. I do not know how I would feel about that. Loot boxes to me, and I know I'm playing a game that does have loot boxes sort of built into it right now. Loot boxes to me are like a bane on the gaming world. I have opinions about loot boxes. And let me tell you why. I don't like them because I personally feel like loot boxes are bad for gaming addicts. Because you rely so heavily, like loot boxes and things like that, you rely on RNG a lot. Like what you get in them is completely reliant on like random numbers generators. And you could spend so much money on these boxes just trying to get one thing that you absolutely want out of them. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what people have done with Genshin Impact, just looking for, like, certain characters. I'm 90% sure this is a thing that has happened. And it bothers me. Loot boxes and free-to-play bother me less than in pay-to-play. See, they bother me in all platforms, to be honest. Now, to be fair, I know Guild Wars 2 does, not Guild Wars 2, I know Elder Scrolls Online has sort of like with their crates are kind of similar, but they at least give you ways to purchase individual items from those crates if you really want them. They at least give you that option. Most of the time, when loot boxes are implemented in games, you do not have that option. Most of the time, when a loot box exists in a game, you're just, here, open this, and you're subject to the luck of the draw. You don't have a way to obtain anything individual out of it. And that's the bit that honestly frustrates me the most. Because I know people will spend like hundreds, if not thousands, of their own money for these things just in the hopes of getting one specific item. And like, yes, okay, the game is making money. This is how the game makes their money. Sure, fine. But like, it would bother me less if more games that relied on loot box systems gave you a way to obtain something out of them that didn't require, buying it multiple crates or loot boxes or whatever you call them in whatever game. Like, at least give me the option of purchasing a thing that I really like for a specific character or something like that. Like, I have opinions on loot boxes, in case it wasn't obvious. The good news is that EA and Square Enix are getting so brutalized on their bottom lines right now that hopefully this stops being a thing on AAA games. We can but hope. Pay-to-win RNG polls are what killed Imagine originally. Like, they're terrible. They're terrible. Like, pay-to-win is a whole other thing that we don't have time to unpack all of that. But I have opinions about this sort of thing. I don't really like the pay-to-win stuff, to be honest. I'm not cool with that. I'm cool with that less than I'm cool with loot boxes. I just... I have thoughts. Oh, that was the only way you could get endgame gear in Imagine? Damn. Like, they didn't even give you the okay, full disclosure, never played Imagine, so I have no frame of reference for this. Like, you couldn't even, like, craft basic stuff? You just had to trust RNG would give you the thing? Well, that's some bullshit right there, pardon the language. I just... Wow. Squeenix launched Avengers this quarter with loot box grind mechanics. They lost 48 million this quarter. Oh my god. Squeenix, this is why you don't do the thing. This is why you don't do the thing, Squeenix. Oh, apparently Imagine's in-game gear sucked. Well then. That's still a shitty thing to do, though. Like, buying stuff like that from an in-game store. Like, if you can't afford that sort of thing, you're always going to be, like, worse off than other players who can. Like, I have opinions, in case this wasn't obvious. I just... Sorry. Whew. I don't want to go off on a huge rant. I've already done this. I've already gone off on a huge rant. We don't need to hear me rant anymore, I don't think. Got to high levels, never made it to end game. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Yumi. That sounds absolutely awful. That does sound terrible. I just... Games shouldn't do that, in my opinion. Games, if you have a cash shop, you shouldn't lock, like, the high-quality end-game gear behind a paywall, in my opinion. And loot boxes should give you a way to purchase something you absolutely want. These are my opinions. I will die on this hill. Now, this is why I come to Twitch. The games are secondary to the personalities. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah, I will absolutely die on this hill. At some point, I'm going to probably write a blog post just dedicated to why I dislike loot boxes and pay-to-win stuff. At some point, this is probably a thing I'm going to do. I've said this several times. I've been meaning to get back into blogging and such, like, this entire year, and I keep putting it off, and I keep putting it off, because I think part of my brain is convinced there's going to be, you know, like, a right time to do this, which is ridiculous. There's never the right time for it. But, so yeah, I'm still looking into hosting options. Aw, thank you for the encouragement, Yumi. I'm still looking into hosting options, so hopefully, we can work that out and get that started. Oh my god, the salt is real. The salt is extremely real. In the event that I ever get back to actually streaming Final Fantasy XIV like I really want to, you all will witness my healer salt. I'm just saying, I'm telling you this right now. I am quite possibly the saltiest healer to have ever healed in any game. The salt is especially bad in 14, I feel like, just because people tend to rush through things. Most people don't even consider mechanics or expect, the tiny healer to save their butt. And, yeah, most people do not understand that if you actually comprehend the mechanics and do them properly, you save your healer's healing resources so much. Sorry. So seeing all of those canisters of salt reminded me, there was one day, this is like the day after my free company at the time in Final Fantasy XIV. I felt so bad for them. They had to listen to me vent about a dungeon or a raid or something that I healed and was extremely upset about because people were like not obeying mechanics or anything. The next day when I logged in, I got a letter in-game from one of our officers in the free company. It was just full of salt. Like literal in-game salt that you use for cooking. I think they sent me like 100 stack of salt or something like that. Whatever the maximum stack size is in Final Fantasy XIV, they sent me a gigantic stack of in-game salt. To this day, it is the most hilarious gift I've ever received in an MMO. Like, I knew the officer was doing it in good fun, so I wasn't upset about it or anything. It's just, you open your mail and you're not expecting to get mail, and then you just see it's just salt. Just the absurdity of it, Anyway, I think at this point we can probably actually flip over and start playing the game some, because, yeah, we had the next leg of the story is locked behind my adventure level, and I don't even remember what my adventurer level is anymore, because I haven't really logged in this week. I have been distracted by literally everything else. It's terrible. Yeah, like, I completely forgot about the patch that was dropping in this game. I completely forgot about all of that. Also, what is that emoji? Oh my god, is that just Sam's face over and over again? Oh my god, that is absolutely variations of Sam's face. What the heck, crit roll? Oh my goodness. Okay, Critical Role has some of the most ridiculous and wonderful emojis. It is absolutely hilarious. I'm here for this. I'm here for this. Before we actually flip over to the game, though, so I'm slowly, and I do mean slowly, putting in, reminds me of when Matt wore his face in Revenge. Yes, absolutely. That is still one of my favorite moments from Critical Role. I am not gonna lie. As you should, really, Yumi. Again, I don't know if it was them either, but it is the most ridiculous thing I have seen. I love it. Speaking of emotes, though, I do still have some cheer emotes I need to put in. I have one I'm currently working on that is a cheering Benji with confetti. We also have, for anybody who has not seen it yet, this is one of our new cheer emotes. It is a lurking Benji. I believe you all should be able to use the cheer emotes. At least the first couple of them. I don't know if that's accurate or not. As far as I know, it is. But these emotes exist, or will exist, once I get them all situated. Antu needs Doom fireworks. What would Doom fireworks even look like? Like a black firework with just a skull on it? Yes. Oh, that's what you meant by Doom emote. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so these are things I'm currently working on. I've got a Benji emote I need to finish with the confetti. I have one I kind of want to... I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it as like a raid emote, but I'm still working on the specifics of that. But that's going to be a thing to look forward to in the future. There we go. Let us flip over here. I was letting other files verify before I actually flipped over. But that is a thing to look forward to in the coming future. I'm still working out some new loyalty rewards for the stream. So that's going to be a thing. Which, again, if you all have any suggestions for things like that, or like the loyalty rewards, or whatever, we do have a suggestions channel in our Discord. If you're not part of our Discord yet and would like to be, there are links in the panels down below. You guys can also type !Discord into Twitch chat. And I don't know why I'm pointing over this way when on this screen Twitch chat is up there. But yeah, so there's a link there. You guys can throw suggestions into the suggestions channel. That is what that is there for. Please take advantage of that. That's what, again, it's what it's there for. At some point, I really want to do like a tarot stream. Like, I have plans of things I absolutely want to do, and I'm still trying to work out the best way to do them all. But if you all have thoughts and such, please let me know. Oh my god. I'm doing it again. I keep accidentally hitting the wrong keybind for things.
Windblade!
Ooh, okay, we are very late right now. What is this? Okay, there's a glowing orb over there, but hold on. Oh, we have mail. Why do we have so much mail? Oh my goodness. Why do we have so much mail? I do not understand. There's no reason I should have this much mail. And yet I have so much mail. I'm not sure who Klee is, but they're finding random things for me, and I don't understand why. Apparently they're an in-game character, though, considering they're referencing Master Gene. I'm just gonna claim all of that. And we will look at that later. Apparently Doom is a fireworks brand. Huh. I did not know that. Daily login event. Oh, that's gonna be a thing. That's good to know. Yeah, for anybody who missed it, this game has a, we got a new patch that dropped recently in this game. Do I remember any of it? Absolutely not. It's alt for... What was alt? Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn it was alt to, Oh god. I seem to have somehow... Okay, there we go. I've discovered buttons. We're fine. Okay, there we go. What is this? Haman believes in order to meet the adventures that are to come, it would be best to first make some preparations. Okay, so we need to go back to the blacksmith, but that's for rank 10, which we're not at that yet. These are other quests that I can't do until adventure rank 10. Catherine for the Adventurers Guild has sent you an invitation. Okay. Okay. So we do have some stuff we can do. So let's... Where's that? Oh, is that back in Mondstadt? Okay. Oh, there's a fire thing. Let's bring up Barbara. Because Barbara is good for fire. She is water.
Let's dance.
I don't know how these things are even existing out here when it's water and these are clearly like magma situations, but here we are. I like that we can just climb everything in this game. If we want to, we can just climb it. That makes me really happy, and I don't know why. Oh, okay. I was trying to jump off of this, but okay. Oh hey, I got another Animonculus thing. Oh no, I don't want to climb this tree. What are you? Those are... What is that? Okay, there are lightning things over there, which I'm gonna have to deal with at some point. Those are watery things. It's a shame I don't have somebody who can freeze them. It really is a shame I do not have things that I can just freeze. Because I don't have that character yet. I have not unlocked him. I wish I did, but sadly I do not. What is glowing over here? Oh, a mushroom. Cool. What works decently with... I don't know what works decently with electricity creatures.
Let the show begin.
So I'm not sure, really.
Yeah.
This is probably a bad decision on my part. Oh no. I'm charged. This is a bad decision. Let's switch. Let's bring out Noelle.
Leave it all to me.
Like, look at her. She's this tiny little girl wielding this freaking giant greatsword. And if that's not cool, I don't know what is. I'm honestly not really sure how I gauge what my adventurer level is. This is not what I meant to do. Geo comes into contact with hydro, pyro, cryo, electro elements crystallized will be triggered. Okay, cool. Important information. Die, please.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Still waiting for my shields to come back up. The cooldown on some of these abilities is painful, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but... There we go. Okay. I do like that we can basically just swap between characters. It's nice. I'm still kind of surprised by how much I'm enjoying this game. Because, like I've said before, I wasn't really anticipating enjoying it as much as I have been. But I am. I'm very much enjoying this. Okay, we are... Oh, I can put something here, can't I? Let's give you that. I have so many of this hat. It's a little ridiculous. We're going to go back here. Okay. Oh, that's right. I wanted to... We're adventurer rank 7, so we have a few more levels to go before we're where we need to be in order to unlock more of the story. But it's worth it, I feel like. It's here. Okay, it's a radish. I found a radish. Cool. I'm amazed that it's still oh, it's a wisp. There's a wisp. There's a wisp. Hi. Don't be scared. It's fine. Oh, she's going up there. That's where she's going. Okay. Look, where's that wisp going? Wisp is going all the way up here. So let's climb this rock as much as we can. As we, at some point, bringing these wisps to where they need to go, or at least escorting them there, is a good thing. I've learned. Hi. Go here, it's okay. There you go. Oh, it stopped raining. That's unexpected. Oh, those things are fire. Oh, jeez. There's so many of them! Okay. Pyro meets hydro, vaporize occurs. The effect of pyro and hydro will dissipate when vaporize occurs. When environments and hydro attacks can cause beings to become affected by hydro. Hydro meets other elements, it often triggers the reaction. Okay. Cool. Is this a good idea? Probably not. Oh god, I'm on fire now! This is fine! This is totally fine! Oh god.
Oh no! Oh, protect us! Oh no!
This is not my best decision. I'm also noticing that when,
Ready, steady, go!
Barber basically gets rooted a lot when she's doing stuff. Which is not the best if you want to be more mobile.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, that was not great. That was incredibly rude. How dare. Trying to put out the area around me because it's on fire. This also means I can collect these. And also, I just noticed that My screen went dark for a second. I apologize for that. For anybody who does not know, I basically have to keep an eye on Twitch chat via my phone. These I need electric to, or void, I think, to do anything about these, which is mildly annoying. And I want to unlock those and, oh, what's that? This game is awful. It very much triggers my, oh, what is this shiny thing syndrome. Like, look at this. What is this? What is this? There's also a chest over here. What is this? Miraculous Animograna. When several Animograna are put together, their power is released. Even those without animal abilities can contribute 3 Animograna to produce a wind current. Keep an eye out for Animograna when out and about on adventures. With skill, you can use them to reach high up places that are impossible to access by other means. Ha! I love things like that. You have to think before you do something with it. Like, what is this? Like, this is what I mean, though. It's very easy to get distracted by all of the shiny things. What are you? Oh, I don't have a key for this yet. Okay, so this is something I need to unlock with a key. But, like, it's so easy to get distracted by what are these things? It's so easy to get distracted. Hey, Blue, how are you doing? Need to play this game more. It's so pretty. It is true. It is very pretty. Like I said, I keep saying this, but I was not expecting to enjoy this game as much as I have been. Because this isn't usually my style of game. But I'm having fun with it. Okay, I know there are killer churls down here. Shoot that one in the head. I'm trying very hard to set... Oh my god, that was incredibly rude. How dare you?
Let it rain.
So I was trying to set their shield on fire and failing miserably. RNG hates me so much, though. Understandable. I was complaining about RNG before you got here, so it is absolutely relatable. Oh my god. Achievement through pass. What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. No, rude. Stop that. There's that last one. Hi. We just destroy all of these things because there might be things inside them. Like, to be honest, I wasn't anticipating enjoying this game as much as I have been, but oh my god, I could have done something with this. Like, I could have used that this entire time. One thing I really do enjoy about this game is you do need to think kind of critically about things. And, like, okay, so this element is going to mess up these people, and so on and so forth. And it's just... You can also climb everything, which is freaking amazing. Like, I will literally just climb up onto things and jump off of them. Because I can. Oh, there's a thing. There's a thing over there. How do I get up there? That's the thing I need to drop down onto. It's like, this is the problem though. You get distracted by like the shiny sparkly bits. It really is. Like, they had to have known when they put this into the game that it was going to be just madness. They had to have known. Right? Like, that is a wind tunnel over there. That is absolutely a wind tunnel. Where even are we? Okay, so we're in an area we technically haven't unlocked yet. And I say that because we're in this area over here. And we absolutely have not done anything with this yet. You sort of unlock more bits of the map by making offerings to these statues that are around here. Which, oh, what is this? What is this? Courtyard. Oh, that's a teleport thing, which we haven't found yet. We actually might want to start heading back to Mondstadt and actually find these things. But I'm very much distracted by, I hesitate to refer to it as explorer syndrome, but that's definitely part of it. That is absolutely part of it. Like, there's so many... I came up here literally because I was trying to get, I was trying to help a spirit get somewhere. And, I didn't intend to come up this way. Is it happening anyway? Absolutely. Absolutely it's happening. Oh, that thing might be a bit painful. Rude! Okay, you know what? You are gonna get my tiny amber. Trying to destroy his shield. Because these things have those, and it's very obnoxious. So we're gonna try to take him out from a distance, because he is ice magic. What's that? Cryo Abyss Mage. Uses a cryo shield to protect itself. Perhaps you can break down its defenses with pyro or other elemental attacks that react with cryo. My main problem with this game is that I honestly have the hardest time remembering what goes to what. And like what abilities are going to work decently with other things. So I need like another...
Have you tried switching your Aegis controller?
That sadly would not help me in this instance. Oh my god, can I please... Oh, there's the third one. Come here. I do love this though. You can just get experience for running around and doing random things out in the world. Oh, it's getting dark. I can collect fireflies? Oh my god. This is not a thing I knew I needed in my life, but I love it now. Oh god. Hi.
Windblade.
Rude! absolutely try to hit with Amber because he is a cryo thing. And, like, there are some things that are very easy to remember. Like, cryo and watery stuff do not mix well with fire. But there are other things where I'm like, what are these abilities mixed decently with again? And I just draw a complete blank. Oh, this is is that a boss? That is a boss down there. That is also an explosive barrel. So we're gonna wait. Gotta wait. I need them to get closer to it. Just come down here. See what exactly we're looking at here. Oh, he's a big dude. He's a big boy.
Yeah, prepare to be blown away.
He's a big boy. Oh, jeez. I think we might want Barbara at this point. That's water. And we can use her to start putting things out. Ah, we got some shiny things. Excellent. Like, this is... I meant to be going back to town. I really did. Clearly, ooh, shiny syndrome decided to blow all of that out of anything I wanted to do. It's fine. It happens. Okay, we need to... Where's my bag? We need to feed some of my characters because they are not very well healed up. Okay. Rude. Keep trying to hit this guy in the head and failing miserably. I don't know if I'm succeeding. Rude.
Not so hard. No one escapes my sight.
Except this guy, apparently.
That's cheating.
That's absolutely cheating. How dare.
Windblade.
How dare. Ugh. Okay. Oh, you're a squirrel. That is a squirrel. Okay. What is this? Like, I absolutely keep getting distracted by, like, these markers on the map here. Like, they're more on the mini-map than they are in... Oh, that's right! I forgot about the thing up there. Let's get back up this rock. So we can jump down and acquire it. Because we need this. So use those as offerings to statues. Which I know that sounds absolutely weird. In context, it makes perfect sense. But when we use these as offerings to statues, we can unlock areas, we can do all kinds of things. Get like boosts to things. It's worth our time to find them. I'm clearly failing at acquiring this one though. I wonder... Oh, this is another one of those jumping things. Okay. Which we absolutely need in order to get this. Oh my god, I am failing so hard at acquiring this thing. There's another one. Hi. Is there a third? There's a third. Excellent. Okay. There we go. That was a bit trickier than I thought it would be. But like I said, I do like that this game lets you do that. I think we're getting to area the game doesn't want me to be in. Because I keep noticing the map occasionally flashes a color. It probably... the mini-map occasionally flashes red, and I feel like that means I'm getting close to areas I should not be in. Rude! Stop that! Dare you move around while I am trying to... Oh, it's another one of these wisps. Where are you going? Where are you going, Wisp? Let me help escort you to where you need to go. Where are you going? Oh, you're going here. Okay. It's fine. You're fine. This is another reason to keep doing this. I'm just having fun exploring the world that my characters are existing in. Like, to me, this is fun. Just exploring. What's down here? Okay. Oh, those little stars on the map are for, okay, that's what those are. Okay. Sense being made now. I'm slowly comprehending. And I do mean slowly. Okay, I still really want to know what that red beacon is over there. You might need to go out that way, and oh, what is this? But first, there's also this Hilichurl camp, and I feel like I should maybe take care of it. Oh my god, I can hit trees. Y'all, I can destroy a tree if I'm so inclined. This should not amuse me as much as it does. Oh my god, I can cook out here though. I can freaking cook out here. I can make things, possibly, if the game doesn't freeze on me. We have pages where we can process ingredients and make new things, and this is so cool. Can we even make? What do we need for this? Sugar and pepper, apparently. But let's make some sugar. Make 3 things of sugar. Because why not? That's gonna take a bit, but I like that they give, like, this is a thing we can just do. I'm okay with this. We can just cook things. Now, in case you're wondering, this is sort of like a mini game here. Basically, you have to stop the timer when it's in that little orangey area. Otherwise, it's just not going to do anything. As close to it as you can get. Like, I'm sure it doesn't matter if you confirm it when it's in the green area, but I try to go for that orange section. We are now proficient at making this egg. So you basically just have to do that several times to level up your proficiency in the thing you're trying to cook, which is fun. I think it's entertaining anyway. Other people might not, but I sure do. There have been worse cooking minigames, in my opinion. Egg indeed. Indeed, there is an egg. What is this? I don't know what this is. Start challenge. This is apparently some sort of challenge, and I do not feel confident enough to deal with a challenge right now, so here, I think, just gonna make our way back to Mondstadt for now. Considering we're close enough to it anyway. Oh wait, what's all this down here? Like, I just want to explore everything, ever. This game makes that so easy to do. We found a new place. Which I don't think we're supposed to be in. Because we absolutely do not have this unlocked yet. Which I know we can unlock it, but I told myself we were going to try to head back to Mondstadt, and I absolutely keep getting distracted by literally everything. It's terrible. This game seriously enables my ooh shiny syndrome. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, it's just there's so much to look at and explore. What are you? What is this? It's a viewpoint. Oh, cool. That is, I think, the statue down there, possibly. Oh no. It sounded like combat music, but I don't see anything. Oh no. I looked up and I saw there was a chest up there. Can I climb this? Because if not, I need to climb the cliffs over here. I don't know how easy this is going to be to climb because of the structure of it. Apparently surprisingly easy. I was not expecting it to be. Like, they're just chests and things in random places in the world. And if you guys don't think this is cool, I do not know what to tell you. To be quite honest. I will say, just from all of this, I don't know if you guys have heard of, there's another MMO that I think is coming out next year at some point, called Blue Protocol, which is another sort of anime style MMO. Like, it's an actual MMO as opposed to this. This is like a multiplayer thing. But like, this is less of an MMO and more like multi-character experience. But there's apparently an MMO called Blue Protocol that will be coming out in like a similar style to this, which is going to have a story and all of that fun stuff that, you know, most games do tend to have. What are you? I can't pick you up. Oh my goodness, what is happening? What the heck was that? What the heck? I don't know if I'm actually putting anything out, but it makes me feel like I'm doing something. Yeah, so Blue Protocol is like a similar style kind of game to this. I wasn't initially intending to take a look at it, but I will say after playing this, I kind of want to now. Like I've said before, this isn't my usual style of game. It's not the sort of thing that... Oh my goodness, hi!
Windblade!
Like, again, this isn't my usual style thing, but I'm having so much fun with this that I honestly feel like Blue Protocol would also be equally entertaining. Like, I think the last time I played I honestly think the last time I played an anime-esque game, it was like Ragnarok Online. And I was not expecting that to be as entertaining as I found it. I'm starting to sense a recurring theme with me and not anticipating games like this being entertaining in the slightest. Okay, that did something. I sadly don't have an electric person, so I can't light that up. I thought I heard a thing. Oh, I did hear a thing. Hi. I need characters with like electric powers because I'm running into this as a problem. Because I'm noticing there are things that I need to start utilizing that on, and I don't have Lisa as a permanent character. And she's the electric one. But that would be incredibly beneficial. I was hoping that there would be ingredients in those barrels. Alas, that there is not. It looks like there's another homunculus thing up here, which I think I need to climb up and drop down to grab. Oh, this is going to be tricky. This is absolutely going to be tricky. Okay. My stamina may give out before I'm able to climb up this. Yep. Because I need... there's no way for me to easily grab that. And... Oh! There we go. That's 2. Should be a 3rd somewhere. There's a 3rd. I need a 3rd. There we go. Ah. Okay. But yeah, this is like a challenge situation, and it's just... Oh, I need somebody who can do ice too for this thing over here. Which I sadly do not have characters for either of those things yet. I'm sure at some point we'd either acquire them or unlock them. But right now that's not a thing I currently have. Where are you off to? Where are you off to, Tiny Wisp? Wisp, I can't see where you're going. Where are you going, Wispy? I'm gonna come up here? Apparently. Yes, you do. Where are you going? What was the point of that? Like, we had a straight shot here. You could have just... She could have just come in a more logical way. Did she, though? Of course not. Of course she didn't. Oh, wait, is that a decent bow for... Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out what all of these buttons wind up doing. It's terrible. I don't want to use all of these, but... Oh, jeez. I've accidentally leveled this character higher than I really meant for them to be leveled. It's fine. I clearly do not understand how leveling up characters works in this game. At all. That said, your in-game character level does not... I can level you up. What is this, Magnet? What? What is this, sir? What is this? I should not have access to you. I do not understand what is happening. Wait, hold on. Do I have access to you? Hold on. Party setup. No, I do not have... Oh my god. Yes. Yes, I do. What is this? Okay, hold on. You're going to be removed temporarily, as are you. So we can add you.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Sir, I have concerns.
I'll keep an eye on you.
I didn't realize that I had access to them, too. Do you know how much easier that would have just made my life just now if I had realized this? Like, what the heck? What the heck? Yeah, I clearly did not realize this at all.
Cool it.
not realize this. Would have made my life so much easier if I had known.
You're in for a little shock.
Because I didn't think I'd unlocked them yet. I honestly did not think I'd unlocked them yet. I just... I feel like I should have known this and I didn't. And I am mildly offended that I just did not notice this. What is this? Doctor's owl feather. I feel like that's not really suitable for you. I have a lot of stuff here, but I also don't feel like a lot of it is suitable for the characters I have. So that's a whole other thing entirely. With that. With that. Okay, we are going to be... I think we're going to make our way back over towards the statue and then take a very brief break because it is... it is the halfway point of our stream, and I do try to make a point of taking a break about halfway through. Because it is not good to sit in one place for 3 hours at a time. I say this often, and I say it for a reason. It is just not a thing that I think any of us particularly want to be dealing with. I did not mean to come back to this, but that's fine. We are going to take a very brief break. Just to get up and move around and get, some energy going. I will be running a very brief Twitch ad while I am gone. If you're subbed to the channel, you don't have to worry about that. You're not going to see it. It's fine. If you are not, however, do not worry. The ad will be over long before I get back. You will miss precisely nothing. But at this point, we are going to get up and move about, and please enjoy the ambient music that is in this game. And we will be right back in like 5 minutes. And we're back. Sorry about that, friends. Thank you for holding. Oh, that was interesting. I don't know if you guys saw that. But apparently one of the idle animations is just conjuring up like a star map or something in your hand. So that's pretty cool. Oh, there's another camp over here. Damn it, I'm supposed to be heading back to town. Am I doing that though? Absolutely not. Oh, hold on, this is not quite what I thought it was.
Dodge this!
Okay, let's put those out. Open world problems. Exactly. Exactly. Very much open world problems. I'm back here. And like on some level, it's not a problem really. Like I don't mind the fact, like I love the fact that this is open world. I feel like more games should be open world, to be quite honest. More games, absolute. What is that? I see you. Whoops.
Dodge this!
Did I mean to accidentally set some plants on fire? No. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. Yes, I am. I don't need to, but I'm too amused not to. But like I was saying, I love the fact that this game is open world. I honestly think more games need to be. In my very humble opinion. Like, loading screens are fine. They have a place, clearly. But I personally like my games open world. I like not having loading screens between zones and things like that. I might be in the minority, I do not know. And like I could talk, I have no problem with segregated zones or anything. I just personally prefer them open. I personally like them better when the zones are so freaking huge that I can get lost in them. Let me get lost in your zone. Out of context, that sounds terrible. I'm just realizing that right now. No, I don't want to climb that. Actually, do I? There was a... Okay, there's a teleport shrine over here that I want to try to find. I'm less worried about being under-leveled for things right now. There's a wisp. Oh my god, what? Why? Why? It was so rude. What is happening over here? Oh, they were trying to get at this. Which they couldn't.
Cool it.
Because it was on fire. Like, what is this? Come on, let's get you to your beacon. There you go. What is this? Oh my god. That was the thing I could walk through? What the hell? Hold on. Why? Why? What is this? I don't understand. What is it? What is it lighting the way to? Oh my god, what? Oh my god! Shiny things! Where did I even come from? This is not where I was trying to go. I'm not complaining. It's so easy to get distracted. I feel like I haven't made a whole lot of progress towards getting my adventurer level up. Hello, tiny child. What are you? Hi. Wow, I haven't had any faunal contact in ages. Faunal contact? My name's Chloris. I'm the best botanist in Mondstadt. I spend all my days out in the wild among the flora. Fauna, on the other hand, are somewhat lacking in my life. So you can always feel free to talk to me. I'd appreciate the company. What about your family? You might know my little sister, Flora. All she cares about is flowers. She runs a flower shop in the city. I'm much more open-minded than she is. I care about all plants, especially strange new ones. I guess I'm the older one after all. I do think Flora really could do better if she pushed herself. Okay, tiny child. That's not weird at all. Also, there are ruins up here. Ruins usually mean shiny things. This is the Thousand Winds Temple. Which, of course, y'all know me. I need to climb these walls.
Yeah.
Oh my god. There's something... Hi.
Not so hard! I won't let you down!
Whee!
Freeze!
I was hoping he'd be Hydra, but apparently not. Oh! That's a thing. So this is the wrong character for that.
Be gone!
That was not intentional. I don't even know if I killed everything I needed to kill over here. Apparently the answer is yes. I was not expecting that. Clearly. Clearly I was not expecting that at all. Surprise combat. Okay, we apparently should not try to climb this, is what I'm getting here. Okay, now I need to wait for my stamina to sort of get back to some decent level. There we go. Now we come up here and see what we can see. Not a whole lot. Lots of hilichurls, though. time when I was legitimately worried about coming up here. I'm not worried about it so much anymore, but... I need to upgrade Amber's weapons and such, but have I done that yet? No. Does that make sense? Okay. I'm not sure. Are those still Hilichurls? They look less like Hilichurls to me, but what do I know? Here I am trying to hit their heads and failing miserably. Rude!
Don't get frostbite.
I think you need to cool off, sir. Yes, that was a terrible pun. I apologize for nothing.
Cool it.
Kaya is just worth terrible puns. I'm just saying, he is absolutely worth horrible puns. Okay, so it looks like there is a mage friend. Rude! Okay, you know what, sir? You're gonna get a tiny amber. Because that's one way to absolutely mess with your ice shield. Did I miss a shiny? I did not. Okay. I feel like we are not making a whole lot of progress with regards to our adventurer level. We're trying very hard, but I feel like we are not making a whole lot of progress. We are like no further along than we were a little while ago. We're still painfully level 7. I mean, to get our adventurer level to level 10 in order to progress the main storyline. Let's unlock this teleport shrine. There we go. Oh, I see a star. What is this? There's no... Is it up there? God, I hope not. I can't climb this. Oh god. They do a really good job with like the lighting in this game and everything. Oh god, this is going to be painful. Like, just, you look around and there's shafts of sunlight coming through stuff. It's just, it's very good. I'm here for all of this, and of course the thing I need is all the way over here. Because of course it is. There we go. There's an Anemoculus somewhere around here. Which I'm slowly realizing is that's what those little, like, glitter symbols on the mini-map are. which you need them for further, like, upgrades for your character. I feel like what I need especially are, like, more quests. So for that, I should probably go talk to the Adventurers Guild in Mondstadt. Oh, hello. Hello, Tiny Wisp. Hi. Where are you going? Where are we going? Wait for me! I can only run so fast. Where are we going? Where are we going, Tiny Wisp? Why do you always take the most roundabout way to get to your shrine? I don't understand. Like, you could just go a straight shot, and you never do. There you go. There you go. I thought I saw something about combat, but I'm not seeing any, like, red target monocle reticles or anything on my map, so choose to assume we're fine. Straight is boring. Okay, you got me there. You absolutely have me there. Okay, let's actually do what we're supposed to be doing. For once. Maybe we can get there before the end of this stream. But, like, it's so easy to get sidetracked by things. This game should not make things so easily, like... It's so easy to get sidetracked. And, like, I want to get sidetracked because there's so many interesting things out here. It's hard to not want to get lost, is basically the point I'm trying to get at. You kind of want to get lost. Is the point I'm trying to make. Yeah!
I won't let you down.
Like, I just want to explore and keep getting lost because this is entertaining to me. I want to just get lost. I want to explore. Because this world is freaking cool looking. And I just want to... I saw somebody... Back when this game was first coming out, I saw somebody first compare it to, with the exploration style anyway, I saw somebody compare it to, like, Breath of the Wild. Now, I've never played Breath of the Wild, but, yes, it is a true story. I have not played Breath of the Wild yet, even though I want to. I don't own a Switch to play it on. But, like, at some point, I would like to. That said, like, I could... From the little I know about Breath of the Wild, it feels like an apt comparison. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, we're gonna swap over to Amber. guy just did not want to die. Yeah, again, I haven't played Breath of the Wild, so I don't know if it's an accurate comparison. One of you, if you've played it, you'll have to tell me. But I can kind of see it. Actually, I think this is the first Hilichurl camp I cleared with Amber back when we first started. You know what I want to do? You know what I really want to do? We're going to come up here, and we are going to jump off of this cliff and just glide back down to the road. Because I really want to do this. Hi, Bella. Please give Bella pets for me. At some point, I really want to go over there and see what that red thing is, but I feel like that's also a problem for future me.
Finding someone to chat to.
Stanley, your name shall never be forgotten. Your name is Stanley, sir. Why are you repeating your own name? Oh, you heard that? It's nothing. I'm simply lamenting the past, lamenting a friend that has passed. That's exactly what I'm doing. Why would I lie about it? So about Storm Terror. If only that fellow Stanley were here now. I mean, Stanley's a companion. Indeed, if that fellow were also here, we would be able to take Storm Terror on, just the two of us. I really miss him. If only he were still with us. I'm very confused, but okay, sir.
What do you want?
I've got the iron chunks.
Oh, yes. I'd forgotten about that. These are okay, I guess. Should be able to salvage something from them.
I'd like to make something. I don't know what we can make with this. Apparently, oh, we can make enhancement ore. That's fun. Imposter. Basically, yeah, like that's what I'm getting out of this anyway. Oh, we have like cues for things. This is fun. Okay. Okay. And like different crystal chunk, different things are gonna... Okay, this is actually really fun. I am here for, I'm here for this cube thing. I'm here for this. I really am. Obtain those. And we've used the forge.
If you ever find ore in the future, you can always come and see me. Ideally when I'm not busy.
You seem to be in a bad mood.
A blacksmith's work takes focus and concentration. It does not take small talk with customers. When the craft is good, business is good. That's all there is to this trade, and anyone who tells you different is trying to con you. And if there's nothing else, I'll carry on with my work.
He's certainly committed to his work. Paimon will give him that. His temper isn't great, but leave it to him and he'll be able to forge what you need.
No wonder you're a master.
Okay, so we've technically completed... Oh geez, we have so much to do here. This is what we're trying to do though. So let's find... Oh, she's right up here. Hello.
Hey, there's a lady over there waving to you.
Oh god, what even happened?
Let's go and see what she wants.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Actually, I have had my eye on you for a long time.
You've had your eye on her, eh? Has she been causing some mischief?
Rude, Paimon!
Oh, that is not what I meant at all. Being on the lookout for great adventurers is part of my job. When I look at you, I see one with the potential to rival the great adventurers of legends.
Paimon sees it too. Paimon always feels safe adventuring with her.
Nevertheless, to the adventurer, experience is far more precious than potential. You must accumulate adventurer experience to increase your adventure rank. Time is of the essence. Allow me to brief you on...
Wait, are you saying we're like official adventurers now?
Do not worry. The Adventurers Guild does not charge a membership fee or impose any kind of duties on its members. In short, there are lots of benefits, but no drawbacks to becoming a member.
Alright then.
Basically, the Adventurers Guild rewards you every time your adventure rank increases. Here is a new member's gift for you. You will need to return here to claim rewards in the future.
Okay, so we get some gold, Mora, I guess is the currency here. Some enhancement ore, and Wanderer's Advice, which is character experience material. Okay. Oh, so this is like every time you like rank up. Okay. This is crazy. Okay. Okay, so this is the next tier. We're gonna get more stuff. Okay. That's fun.
Without further ado, please allow me to officially welcome you, our new avid adventurer, into the guild. Here is your adventurer handbook.
They have a handbook for that now?
A new member coming aboard is a momentous occasion. A little ceremony is only fair. It has a record of available commissions and rewards, and it is also proof of your membership. Oh, and one more thing. Sometimes you will find yourself stuck at a certain adventure rank.
Which is where we are right now.
When this happens, you need to perform some impressive feats to gain further recognition from the guild.
Impressive feats? Sounds like hazing to me.
Oh my god, Paimon, you can't just say that!
There are simply specific adventures that allow you to ascend to the next adventure rank on completion. Ascension adventures, if you will. But that will come later. Opportunities to win recognition will come as you gain more adventure experience. That will do for today. We will have plenty of chances to meet again in the future. Ad Astra Abyssosk, adventurer. With effort, you shall reach the stars and conquer the abyss.
Okay. Oh, we have an adventure handbook. Let's see. What is this? Oh my god. Okay. So these are things we can do to, like, gain more experience and stuff. This is fun. So we did this. Oh god, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, hey. Okay. Okay. Let's keep claiming stuff here. We did all this. What's next? Oh, look at this! We have done all of these. So this is nice, like when we're stuck on things to wind up doing. When we're stuck on things to do, we can just open this book and find things. Like, oh god, there are bosses we can hunt down. That's exciting. Okay, okay. Enhance a weapon to level 10. Well, we can probably do that. Let's see. Do I remember how to do this is the question. This is Amber's bow. I know I got another bow, but I don't know if this is... Part of the problem is I have a very hard time trying to figure out what's, like, better or worse than what she has. So, like, this is the problem. Trying to figure out how to... Can we... Oh, no, enhance. This is what we wanted to do. Okay. We're going to throw that bow in there. That one in there. We're also going to throw... some of these crystals in here. And Some of these weapons, we don't have characters to use for those. Okay, we've leveled up a weapon, which we can keep doing this, which I find fun. Okay, hold on. Let's enhance this, because it seems silly to enhance my weapon, to enhance her weapon, and not enhance mine on top of that. Enhance. Okay, we can refine things too. Like, this is wild to me. Okay. What I'd really like is a better greatsword for Noelle, but it is what it is. Who uses this? I don't think I have any characters who use some of these weapons. Like, I have some of these weapons, but like I don't know that they really. These are claymores. I don't have a character who can use these yet. Like, I don't know who uses some of these weapons. It's terrible. Okay, so it looks like Barbara and Lisa both use these books. There's a Dragon Slayers. By Hydro or Electro enemies by 12. Well, this is a problem. Because this book could go for either of them, but use some of these old books that we clearly do not need right now. Enhance this. Okay. We have absolutely done things. Leyline Blossom. Leyline openings that are generated in response to someone's will. Touch the opening and defeat all opponents to reveal a Leyline Blossom. You may spend original resin to receive extravagant treasures. That's fun. Okay, so we've enhanced a weapon. And now we need to upgrade the statues of the 7 in Mondstadt to level 4. Which we found 2 of those. Glide with the wind to talk to Amber. Okay. That's a thing we can do. That is a thing we absolutely can do.
It's been getting quite busy recently.
Ooh. Paimon can smell fisherman's toast. The aroma is coming from Good Hunter. A thick slice of soft white toast.
I think Paimon's a bit confused about what toast actually is.
Topped with a generous serving of onion slices lightly caramelized by the toasting. Yum, yum. Paimon's made up her mind. It's an emergency. We must order ourselves a generous serving of fisherman's toast from Good Hunter, pronto. It's on you, of course. It's so delicious. Good Hunter's fisherman's toast is the best. This might surprise you, but it's actually a classic Mondstadt recipe that anyone can cook. You can try cooking it yourself if you have the ingredients. Can your cooking skills surpass that of Good Hunter's? Why, Paimon would love to be your personal taster. Don't you let me down.
Oh my god, Paimon. What even are you? Can I get food to, food to go. Certainly, here's the menu. Okay, so this is the picture of toast that they're using. This is not toast. Okay? This is absolutely not toast. I don't know in what universe this is considered toast. This is not toast. She's just hungry. She really is. I love Paimon, do not get me wrong. But, like... Paimon, what are you doing? Okay. Now, I know we need to go talk to Amber, but,
Welcome to Mondstadt.
I want to go upgrade statues. Like, this is what I want to do for my last chunk of time. So, her best. Indeed. Indeed. Okay. Oh, it looks like there's some waypoints up here we haven't found yet. Wait, does this mean I can just, like, straight up teleport to them? I can. Oh, okay. Did not realize that was a thing. Oh my god. Hi, Rain. Oh, okay. So that... the pillars of light that I'm seeing, I think, are, the statues? Possibly? Also, there's a chest up here. I must acquire it. See, this is what happens. Like, this game is very much ooh, shiny syndrome. Like, all the time. But also, there's a chest up here, so I feel like my getting distracted is a viable thing. Oh, what are you? Oh, it's a crystal fly. Apparently, it is a thing we can gather, which is fun. There's a statue back this way. The kind of frustrating thing when you're just starting out in this game, finding ways to, like, enhance your experience are very hard to find, I'm discovering. Oh, there is a flying thing over there. And we've got a chest out of that. Hey! Oh god, that's not what I meant to do. Nope. Tiny Amber is going to explode.
Oh Shiny, I love your ways every day.
It is very much a thing that especially happens in this game. I feel kind of bad about it. I didn't come over here for chests, but you know what? I'm not going to turn them down either. I came over here because there's a statue over here. And we can upgrade the statues, which we need to do for Adventurers Guild stuff. So there's one statue over here.
Dodge this!
I sadly cannot, I need to wait for abilities to cool down. And it's just kind of frustrating if I want to just create myself a nice little path.
Dodge this! Ha.
Can I upgrade this? Worship statue. Give it 4 for the next level. Alright. That should be 1. Oh, I just needed to do 1. If I'd realized that, I would have gone to the other one. That was easier. I thought I had to do 2 of them to level 8. Hunt down a ruin guard. So there's a ruin guard in there. Okay. Oh, we're at level 9. That's exciting. Okay. So we need to activate 10 waypoints. Visit a statue of the 7 at Dawn Winery. Process 3 ingredients. Level up a character to 20. Enhance an artifact. We do all of that. We're going to get some more experience. Part of the reason we came over here was because there was another waypoint over here. So, we're going to try to climb this. And if that doesn't work, we're going to go around. Or try to go around, I guess, because there is a teleport thing up here. And I don't know if I can actually climb up this before my stamina runs out, but we're going to try. Half of the fun is trying in this game. Oh my god, Yumi, I completely missed that reference. Oh my god, I am actually able to climb this before my stamina dies. That's kind of exciting. I wasn't sure I'd be able to. Ah. Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous territory. I just got... You probably saw it, the notification on my screen that this area was highly dangerous. I probably should not be here. And I don't know what's trying to attack me, but they can't attack me now. Ha. Our characters and our adventure level is nowhere near high enough for that. So maybe let's not go over there yet. And see if we can't hunt down that, hunt down somewhere a bit safer. Oh, wait. There are things up here. I want to blow up, destroy these boxes, because they might have crafting material in them. These ones do not seem to. It's fine. This, I don't know if it's like a Hilly Churl encampment. It might be. Gather these Sincerias. Now there might be some shiny things in here. I don't know. Oh, there is a chest in here. Excellent. Chests are always worth it, in my opinion. We're slowly but surely making our way to adventure level 9. We are or 10 rather. We are very slowly doing this. I say very slowly because it is indeed extremely slow. We are trying our best. Oh, hi! That's not what I meant to do.
Windblade!
I keep... Oh my god, that's not what I meant to do at all. Gather up all of the shiny things. And onwards we go. I do like that we basically have an entire thing to go through. Like, we have options for things we can do. Dawn Winery. I don't know where that is. But we can find it. I'm not going to engage with that boar because that boar is terrifying. Also, the last time I went anywhere near one, it just charged me for no reason. Oh, look at this. We have more iron ore, which is useful because we can make enhancement crystals with this. Okay, we're here. Leyline Alp Blossom of Revolution. Oh, there's a thing down this way. Okay. Looks like that's a statue over here. So I think if we actually keep following this road, we might be able to find the next statue. Possibly. I have been wrong before. I do sort of wish there was an easier way to sort of maneuver around this map if you... Especially when you don't know where you're going, really. What the hell was that?
Don't get frostbite.
Okay, that was absolutely like a horn or something. Like, what the heck? All of our shinies. I really want to know what that red marker is. I have the feeling we're going to find out soon. There's only so many ways we can go at this point. Oh, we can't blow these up. Okay. That's odd. I'm not going to question it. It's just confusing. Waypoint unlocked. What's this? Hello. Traveler, do you ever find yourself frustrated because of your lack of strength? Have you wondered what it would be like to have power beyond your wildest dreams? And you are? Who am I? I am the one who the god of the spring has put here specially to make miracles happen for people just like you. You can call me Hopkins the Marvelous. That sounds extremely suspicious.
Fountain spirits, please come to me again.
Spring Fairy. Oh, Spring Fairy. Oh, sorry, traveler. What's up? Spring Fairy? Yes, there's a fairy in the spring. You wouldn't have heard of it, and none of the villagers believe in it. But when I was a boy, I would talk to her here all the time. We'd talk about the weather, the spring water, the fish who had fallen out with who in the village. And when a kid fell into the spring, she'd tell me how she had secretly helped them back out and given them a few pretty stones to make them feel better. She is a gentle-natured fairy. But suddenly one day she refused to see me any longer. So, what are you doing here? How many years now? 30? No. 40? Well, anyway, it's been half a lifetime that I've waited here, just hoping to see her one last time, and to hear her wonderful flowing voice. But after all this time, I'm sure she's probably gone. Whenever I have that thought, I realize, look how old I am now, too old to go traveling around Teyvat looking for her. So all I can do is wait here on the off chance that there's still some hope. Oh, these look like wisp shrines. These look like wisp things. So I think I have to bring a wisp over here. Possibly. I think I need to bring wisps there. This is just my guess, of course. I do not know for sure. I thought I saw... Hello? Damn it. Gonna make me climb up here just to get down there, aren't you? Little wisp. Come on, it's okay. Okay, she wants me to come up there. Ugh. Why, I don't know, but I'm not going to question her either. Oh, well, it was worth it to come up here. There was a chest here. There we go, there's one. Now we have one more we need to bring in over here. And then hopefully we will see the Spring Fairy. But I need to find her first. There! I see them! I see them! Hi, fairy. Or wisp. You and I need to have a little chat. Oh my god, this is not actually a decent place to climb up here. I thought it would be. I was wrong. It's fine. This happens. Why? Why? Why, Wisp? Why? I don't know how to easily get up there, and she wants me to. Ah, there we go. Come on. To your shrine. You belong somewhere, it's not here. Come on. Come on. we go.
Only 300.
I don't like him. Feel like I lost loot, but that's okay. Okay. We are working very hard. Slowly but surely, we are actually... I don't know if we're on the right track or not, but we're doing the best we can, and I feel like that's all that can really be asked of me. Oh, what are you? There's a thing over here. I'm not entirely sure what it does, but we're gonna find out. Oh, it's a viewpoint. Okay. Okay. You know, if we had gotten back to Mondstadt when I'd said I was going to go back to Mondstadt, we'd probably be at Adventure Rank 10 by now, but... it is what it is. Okay, these things I apparently cannot destroy, which is very odd to me. Like, let me destroy things. Some of this stuff I feel like violates, some of this stuff I honestly feel like violates, what are words? Like adventurer maxims, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's... Oh, we can make some jam, too. That's fun. Probably gonna go with another one of these, just because these take less time to make than some of these other ones do. And it just says I need to make 3 different things, so... But I think it's like one of each thing, possibly. So we might be waiting for a while. I'm incredibly impatient. I don't like when things have cooldowns attached to them. So the fact that we're like waiting this long for stuff is a bit frustrating. I understand why, I'm just frustrated by it. We'll be back for this in just a second. Process 3 ingredients. Okay. We are good. We are good. Hunt down a ruin guard is the thing we need to do. Is this done yet? Not quite. I don't want to leave this cooking fire until this is done. Okay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay, and now we have flour. Okay. So, we still have so much. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. So, like, I don't know if this is the statue I need to go to, but it is a statue on the way, so. Okay, random NPC in the middle of nowhere.
Rot if I don't deal with them in time.
Hi. Traveler, this canyon's too dangerous for you. Please keep your distance. Did something happen? Recently, lots of monsters have been showing up in the canyon to the point where we vendors have been chased out. My fruit's all gone rotten when I get back. It'll go all slimy and disgusting when I try to wash it. Tell me more about Drunkard Gorge. This used to be a popular route for all the merchant caravans. I used to set up my stall in the canyon to earn a few mora, too. Occasionally, the odd monster would show up, and if so, you just chalk it down to bad luck. But now everyone's fled the canyon, and the merchant caravan's stuck here with no way through. It's not the end of the world if I can't sell the fruit, but if it goes rotten, that's another story. Well, you tell me something's too dangerous for me, and, we all know I'm going to promptly ignore that. But also, I think the statue I need is up here. Or if not, it's on the way. And the only way to find out is to try. Oh god, I'm on fire now!
Surrender and we'll be gentle.
Oh, that's a giant lightning thing. I'd probably be better off with... Cryo meets Electro. Superconduct occurs. Superconduct deals AoE cryo damage and significantly decreases defense for the affected being. I was out of that. There was no reason for that.
Don't push your luck. Cool it. Cool it.
I really need to upgrade Kai's weapon too, but...
Cool it.
I haven't done that yet, obviously. I honestly thought we'd only get these guys for a very short window of time, and yet they seem to still be with us. Oh, this is interesting.
The Statue of the Seven seems to be affected by a monster nearby. Defeating that monster might remove this strange wind current seal thingy around the Statue of the Seven.
Okay, so we need to find a mushroom. Not mushroom, a monster. There it is. I see it. Okay. But first, we also need to heal up our characters because they are... Kaya in particular is going to be very hurt. Is like very hurt right now. Oh dear. What is this? What does this mean? I don't know what exactly that means, but it's fine.
Don't get frostbite.
Dangerous enemy that can summon Hurricane Sphere to deal sustained damage. Try using the wind current generated in the center to swiftly leave the ground. Okay. Hi, Eris. How are you doing? Rude. I'm trying to get off the ground and I can't. There we go. Damn it! It's not on the ground like I thought it was. Amber?
Bet you can't.
Rude! jumpy, this thing. Oh god. Where'd it go?
That's cheating! Be gone!
That was a stupid move on my part, trying to use wind magic to combat this thing. Yay! We fixed it! Did we get banged up severely in the process? Yes! Yes, we did! The world opens itself before those with noble hearts. Woohoo! We did a thing! That's exciting. Let's worship the statue. And upgrade this statue. Oh, it needs 6 in homunculus. I'm not giving it 6. But that's fun. We can claim that. We need to hunt down a ruin guard, which is back that way. Okay, but first, I want to see what this is over here. Not sure, but it's a ley line thing, and I'm curious enough about it to investigate. I think it's up here. Oh, this is going to be an assortment of monsters, isn't it? Yes! Yes, it is. Oh, no, I want Kaya.
Don't push your luck. Freeze.
I'm trying to freeze the fire dude, and I'm failing miserably.
Cool it.
I keep mistiming things.
Cool it.
What is this? Oh god, my HP is extremely low right now. It's fine.
Windblade!
Why? Why? Oh my god, I'm going to die a painful death. Oh wait, hold on. Let me eat some food, because food is important. Okay. Still think he's probably the best choice in this regard. Especially with a fire dude.
Oh, so sorry.
Hoping I can converse this guy into, like, melting or something, but... The hard part with this game is just remembering elemental things and what goes to what.
Cool it.
Like, that is honestly the hardest bit I've been dealing with in this game, is remembering what elemental abilities trigger what and how I can fix this.
What's the...
Oh god, so much fire! Kaya needs food very badly. He is going to die a painful death. Okay.
Freeze!
Can you die, please, already?
Cool it.
Woo! That was tricky. Vitalize the Leyline Blossom to claim a reward. I think I have the resin for that. Anyway, original resin can be used to vitalize petrified trees found deep in domains, as well as various Leyline blossoms found around Tevat. Doing so will grant you valuable treasure. Consumed original resin will gradually regenerate back to its limit over time, or can be immediately replenished by spending primogems. Okay. That was harder than I thought it would be. To be fair, Kaya is one of my lower level characters. So I wasn't sure how that was going to work. But it was worth it to me to explore.
Dodge this!
Oh, it's a mist thing, so... Oh no. It's not what I meant to do! I just wanted the flower! I did not mean to use miniature amber to freeze, to, destroy everything. That was not my intention. Also, that place over there looks firmly destroyed. Or not destroyed, but that looks like a temple. And I don't know if I need to have a key to get through that or what, but... Oh, okay, so this is Adventure Rank 22, which is not me whatsoever. Well, that sure is a chest down here. I love that this game keeps giving me, like, spears and stuff. I don't have a character who can use spears. At least I don't yet. That might change in the future, but as of right now, I do not. But this game seems to like giving me spears. I have so many of them. Okay, so we have another ley line thing over here.
Don't push your luck.
Oh my god. Why? Why?
Don't push your luck.
I keep somehow, like, walking straight into these things. Okay, we are going to start making our way back towards, we're gonna actually teleport over here. Like how I always get heavy armor on my mages in ESO. Yes. We're coming back over here. We're also going to heal up Kaya because, dear lord, Kaya has issues, clearly. But part of the reason why we're... Wow, okay, sorry, my phone went black. Part of what we're doing over here is we have a quest to go find a temple guardian and fight it, and there's one over this way. So, this is what we're going to do. And hopefully I'm going the right way. Gods only know, I don't know. I never know. Especially in an open world game like this one. Where it's so easy to just be like, what's that over there? And get completely distracted. I've done it many times tonight alone. Everybody here can attest to this. The thing is, I don't know what this guy is going to be like. So I don't know how painful he's going to be to fight. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's a ruin guard is what it is. Okay. Hitting an enemy's weak spot can temporarily paralyze or destabilize them. Try to learn the weak spots of each enemy and use them to your advantage. No kidding. Thank you. Oh god. Oh god.
Frostbite. Don't push your...
Oh, well that's painful, sir. What is this? Key weak spots are where the core is exposed on the head and back. Try to hit one of them. Okay. Sure. Oh god, that's bad.
Prepare to be blown away.
Oh my god, this thing is level 20. I did not know that when I was coming over here. If I'd known that, I probably would not have done this right now. Nope. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, so that can only apparently be used on a fallen character. That's interesting. Okay. Whew. Did I know this was going to happen? Absolutely not. Am I suddenly terrified? Yes. Very much so. Confirm this. Yes, that's fine. Okay. We are going to... money. Whoa, no, that is too much. Too much experience required. There we go. Level up. Amber. This man is absolutely far lower level than he should be in comparison to my others. Oh god, the panic music is still going. It occurs to me I probably should wait on this and come back to this at another point, but Oh god, he's still targeting me. This is a mistake. Okay. I think we're safe for now. That. Okay, I think we're safe for right now. We will come back to this next time and try to go after that guy at that point because, that was painful. That was absolutely painful. Wow. Wow. Yeah, if I'd known that was going to be that painful, I probably would not have done this right now. It is what it is. I'm still having a lot of fun with this, though. I hope you guys are too. This game is freaking beautiful, and I want to keep playing it, but I do need to stop right now because I do have to get myself food in preparation for D&D and a stream team meeting. But thank you guys so much for coming and for hanging out with me today. You are wonderful. Yes, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. You are all awesome. There will be more of this next Sunday. So if you're new around here and you enjoyed watching all of this, there's a heart-shaped button down in that corner that you guys can click on. And if you flip notifications on, you will know when we're going to be live next. Next stream is going to be Thursday afternoon at Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are going to be playing some more ESO, some more Markarth. So if spoilers are, not something you're worried about, be sure to tune in and come with us as we attempt to unravel the remainder of the mystery that is Markarth. It is a completely different vein from where we are right now, but a friend of mine by the name of Luna is streaming right now. They're streaming some ESO. Luna is a good bean. Luna is one of our Nest friends. So please go over and say hello. I'm sure Luna would appreciate it very much. That said, this is where I'm going to wind up signing off for the evening. So until I see you guys again on Thursday, you have a good rest of your Sunday and have a good week. And I will see you all again really soon. Bye, guys.